All right, cool. So we're recording. It is Thursday, November 12th, and it is the last live session of the week. So if you guys have been in the live sessions throughout the week, you've seen we've taken some trades. I'm going to go over this one yesterday. That was pretty damn near perfect on GU. So we've taken some trades. We've done some top-down analysis. Everything is on YouTube. So if you guys want to go back and replay some of the videos, go ahead. It's completely free. We got Nick joining up now. So it's going to be our last live session of the week for you guys. We'll go here. So last live session of the week. As always, we're going to go through our top-down analysis. If you guys haven't entered for the giveaway this week, just drop your Discord name in the chat and I'll get you guys involved in the giveaway. We got Nick in here. Boom, and I'll get you guys involved in the giveaway. So I'll put your name in the list. We'll pick a winner for the giveaway tomorrow. What's good, Nick?
What's going
on? Tomorrow we'll pick a winner for the giveaway and I'll announce it in the chat. So if you guys are new, this is our Discord chat. It's our entire community here. We've got our free section up here and we've got our premium section for the paid members down here. So you guys can look in the analysis chat for our analysis from this week and all of the live sessions that we put together. So this is all of our analysis from the week. If you guys want to come in here and play forward any of these, just click on the link, press play, see how things are playing out. So these are all free. These sessions are all free that you guys can look back on. And at the end of this session, we'll drop another webinar. So stick around for the end, but also make sure you guys drop your Discord name in the chat. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to start up with GU. Or actually, I'm going to start up with DXY. So let's bump over to DXY. Let's go up all the way up to the monthly time frame. So we're going to start up on this time frame. As we can see here, we rejected this weekly level, had this bullish engulfing candle, and there's still some room with the moving averages here. They're starting to point down a little bit here, but there's still some room for this thing to push a bit higher. Right now, as you can see, we're pulling back. We've got this seller's exhaustion coming in. Let's just break all this down further. So this time frame, moving averages are bearish. We're below the moving averages down here. We're just rejecting the support level. So let's just break this down to the weekly. So on the weekly time frame, we've got a huge bearish engulfing candle right here. And then as you can see, this week has just been very bullish. So coming back up to this level, we're holding at this 92,200 level right here. This is a level that we came to previously, pushed up, and then now we're doing much of the same thing we came to, and now we're pushing back up. So that's definitely a level of support that we're hitting. Let's just go down time frames to the daily. Daily time frame is still bearish. So looking at this, we've got this previous lower high. We moved to this low, came up, hit 38.2, moved down, came up, hit 38.2, moved down. So if you guys are struggling with structure, no subtitle, language preference, yeah, I'm not sure about that. If you guys want to watch afterwards and need subtitles, just hit me up and I'll let you guys know how to do that. So on DXY, let's just go over how we draw structure real quick. Hold on, get this person. So we've got this previous lower high here. So I'm going to start up here. We came down all the way to this low without pulling back through the moving averages at all. Then we pulled back here, came down, pushed up, then we came down to this level, pushed up, and now we broke that level. We're pushing back up, potentially more. So let's take off the candlesticks right here. So let's take everything off. This is just a good way to look at structure. So we took everything off now. No candlesticks, no moving averages. All we've got is this outline of the trend that we just did. So whenever we're trying to look for lower highs, guys, we're looking for 38.2 to be met first on our fibs. So here, as you can see, 38.2 wasn't met. So we're not counting this as a significant level of structure. It's just a continuation. Then it pushes up to this level, finds resistance, hits 38.2. So this is our first level of structure. Then we pull down, push back up. As you can see here, I have this red line. So on the daily time frame, this is our lower high. This is our last level of structure right here. And then we push down. So we know on this daily time frame that we're very much in a downtrend, and we know what our top level resistance is. It's right there. So with that in mind, let's continue to make our way down time frame. So down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame had broken this low right here. It's pretty choppy because we broke these highs and then we broke these lows. So I wasn't really looking for the 4-hour time frame to denote structure or anything. If anything, I'm looking at the daily is still bearish, but obviously had this bullish engulfing, and now we're pushing back. And then the 1-hour is in an uptrend. So I'm using the 1-hour time frame right now. So we've got the 1-hour pushed up to this level, found resistance, and then we broke support or broke resistance right here, and then we pushed higher. We tested this moving averages now twice. So 2 times this thing has come up to the moving average and then fell off. That this time was overnight, and now we're coming back up. So we really need to break this level. This thing rejects again. This thing could end up testing this support level all the way down here, 92,650. Again, so if it tests that level again and rejects it, look for DXY to really push down. If it breaks this level, if it breaks the 200-day, then on the daily time frame, I'm going to look for this thing to push all the way up, at least to this level, 93,800, and even beyond to test our daily resistance. So it's at an important level right now, this 200-day moving average. So we'll keep that in mind. Obviously, just had bullish price action in here, so we're going to look how it reacts to this 93,100 level, right around this area. So that's DXY. Let's go over now to GU first. So GU was a little trade that we were talking about on yesterday's live session that played out really well. Let's just go down each time frame and look at what our confirmations are. So weekly time frame on GU, we're testing this weekly high point right here. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll use my weekly and monthly levels as like my main confirmation. So once price comes into this weekly level, which obviously is resistance right here, I'll start to look for sells at the first opportunity. And by that, I mean on the 30-minute. So we've got this weekly resistance level. We came into this level. Daily time frame obviously is bullish. So daily time frame is moving higher and higher, forming higher highs and higher lows. It's doing this little ascending triangle here, or ascending channel, which is kind of weak. It's not pushing as high as it can to break this previous high, or it should to break the previous high. So this thing is, in my opinion, just weak. We do have a channel though, so that's what we're using. So basically at the top of this channel, and I drew this on the 4-hour, as you can see here, this high, this low, this low. We were up at this level right here yesterday. We were talking about this on yesterday's live session, the 11th. We had some price action at the top here that was very bearish, so we pushed through with this candle, and the entry was on the retest here. So entry was pretty self-explanatory. We had this flag on the lower time frame, started the flag. As soon as it broke out of that flag, right here was the actual entry, right here. Boom. And that was at 23:30. So that was at 11:30, reasonable entry time right there. And if we bump over to the premium analysis, I put this one out last night. GU shorts put out last night at 8 p.m. So we were looking at this, had this bearish price action right at the confirmation, and then we had the pullback, looking for exactly what we got. We got right off this level about 25 pips, and we're up about 70 pips. So over 2-to-1 now. Where are we going next with this pair? So let's go back up to the daily time frame. Remember, we are in this channel right here, so we could potentially fall to the bottom of this channel now. We're looking at this. mainly on the 1 hour time frame. If we look left right here, we can see that this is definitely a level of support or resistance. So we're about to hit this level right here. I'm just going to move this over. So we've got our first leg of this move has already happened. So now we're going to look for the next move, and I'm going to look for, like I did before, I'm going to probably set on a 30-minute, but on the 1 hour, as we can see, the 200 days creeping up here. So this is going to be the next move on GU. We're looking for continued shorts right around this level. As soon as we get price action in this area on the 30-minute or the 1 hour, then we're going to short this. So what I mean by that is the same thing as this. We broke lower, retest. We need to break lower and retest this line, this area. And I believe we'll break lower and we'll move off this 200 day right around 13100 above there. It's a good level to use as support, and then it'll come back. And then if we get an entry opportunity, we'll short that. So that's GU. Let's move over now to NU, which is pulling back a little bit now. Let's go up time frames to the monthly time frame. So same thing as GU, we're up right now in this monthly level of resistance. So we're up in this monthly zone. Previously, we dumped out of here very aggressively. And even on the flip side, we had support here, support here. So ton of orders are going to be at this level, guys, right here. So this is ultimately my confirmation. My confirmation is this weekly key level, which has found resistance previously. So I'm going to look for sells very similar to here. Came up here, ton of wicks, ended up falling out. Looking for the same thing to happen right now. Daily time frame doesn't tell us much. It's just very bullish up in this area. All the way down, 4 hour time frame, very bullish. 1 hour time frame. This is when I'm going to start to look for structure here. So we can start all the way down here. We had this higher low form, pushed all the way up, pulled back, very minor right here, pushed up, pulled back. I would consider this to be my main level of structure on the 1 hour. If we want to go to the 30-minute, it tells a whole nother story. We pushed up, pulled back, pushed up, very minor here, but pushed up, pulled back here, higher low, pushed up, higher low right here, and then we pushed up, just made a new higher low. So if you guys want to enter on this, I would actually enter right now. Let's look why. So we had this level of support was broken, made a new low. Wish you had a good day. Do you know English? Speak using translation will be helpful in this regard. So we broke this low, pulled back, and we had a nice bearish variation right here. So guys, this is what we're looking for to enter on shorts at this level. We'll do stops right above here. So if this level breaks, we don't want to be in this trade. If you want to be more conservative, put your stops all the way above this level. So this is option 2. And then this is option 1. Right here, right around 4, we'll do 35. So we got 2 different scenarios here. We got option 2, option 1, whatever you guys want to risk. On this one, this is a little bit more aggressive. This is a little bit more conservative. And then we're going to target first down here, this level, because that's our previous 1 hour level. And then we could bump up to the 4 hour. As we can see on the 4 hour, we got a lot of room to fall. So we could fall potentially all the way down into this level. This gives good risk reward for both of these trades right here. And yeah, so this is NU, looking for potential entries on this right now. So if you guys want to enter on this right now, go ahead. More conservatively, it would be nice to wait for the break of this 200 day. So this is another level that we would look for an entry on. Once the 200 days broken, it's just another confirmation. This is the last level of support on this 30-minute time frame. So if you want to wait for the 200 day to actually break. So that's NU looking to go short. Let's go to AU. This is a trade that we put out on yesterday's in yesterday's signals. So let's take a look as this one played out really well. Let's bump up to the weekly time frame. So weekly is the same thing. We've got this key level up here, this weekly level, I believe. Yeah, weekly level up here that I'm looking to reject out of. That's my main confirmation. And then coming down to the daily time frame, pushed up, and then we had all these dojis here. So this just shows signs of reversal, and see how we grabbed out of this weekly level, and then we pushed up again with this wick and failed again. So this was telling me that we could potentially reverse here. Can go right to the 1 hour, guys. So on the 1 hour, this is structure. I could see this high, higher low, high, higher low, pushed up, made this higher low, pushed up, and then we ultimately had this level right here that formed as support, broke a little lower, then broke higher, so some confusion there. And then ultimately we broke this level again, and that's when I started to look for shorts. Once this level broke again, and I even went to the 30-minute on this one. 30-minute, as you can see, this thing just transitioned. We had this high form, and then we pulled back, made this lower high, pushed down. I even had this trend line drawn here, 1, 2, 3 points, so pretty strong. I had this trend line drawn here. Trend line started to break. Get these people in. Trend line started to break here, right here, pushed down. We actually had entered early. We entered all the way back here once this 200-day broke, and it flagged up, and then started to push down again. So where could you have entered on this? The best entry on this one would have been right here, and then another entry opportunity would have been right here. Both of these bearish engulfing candles. So why is that? We had the break of support here, made this low, broke the 200-day moving average on the weekly time frame. Remember, we already have our confirmation here. Then we pushed up, we moved through the moving averages, and then we respected it. So we broke. What's up, Julian? We broke the 200-day. We broke below the red and blue moving averages, 8 and 18. We had a bearish engulfing here, so it's a solid entry. You know, we got our stops up in this level. So I was expecting us to potentially reverse all the way up to here, and that would have been completely okay. And now at the moment, we're pushing down a little bit more. We just went into profits, so we're gonna look to continue to ride this one down. If you guys want to re-enter on this, as you can see, this was our original trade path, and I believe this one was also posted in the premium analysis right here. The AUD USD getting ready to short, and then again, this one was posted in the signals too. So we're at 72. We need to push down a little bit more. 72,450 is our first target on this one. I don't know if we hit that yet. Yeah, no, we didn't hit that yet. So we're still waiting a little bit to hit our first targets. That's about 20 pips. So that's what we're targeting first on this signal. So that's AU. If this thing does pull back again, as long as it respects this level on the 30-minute time frame right here, this lower high, and stays below the 200-day, continue to look for shorts on AU. So let's go over now to UCAD. We've been in this one all week. Let's go up to the daily, weekly, monthly time frame. So doing our top-down analysis, starting up on the monthly time frame, we're at this support level, this weekly support level right here. So as you can see, this thing has come out of this level previously and found support. So I was thinking we could reverse here again. Weekly time frame, we had this huge bearish engulfing candle, slight wick at the bottom, but nothing crazy. And then I was just playing it based off this support level. So let's look at the daily. Obviously, daily time frame, very much bearish, forming lows and lower highs. And then we had last week ended with this huge wick. So that again showed that this could potentially reverse here at this level. And then we also have our previous daily level is up here. That's where I'm looking for this to push into 1.31200, looking for it to hit that level. That's my target. Let's go down to the 1 hour. So 1 hour time frame, we had, or let's even go down to the 30-minute. 30-minute will be better. So 30-minute, we very clearly had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, new lower low, and we had this lower high right here. We ended up breaking this level right here, and then it gets a lot of candles here. So I'm gonna just bump back up to the 1 hour. So we had our trend line on the 30-minute. We had our resistance level that broke. That's what was going on all in this area. And then pretty much where I started to take buys on this was we had a break above, pulled back, broke above, pulled back. This is where I started to take buys right in this area. So this variation was the first opportunity. This thing's so annoying. Move this over. This was the first opportunity, moved back up above the moving averages. And then we had this one, another good one for an entry. And then we had last night, we had this one, which we were going over in a live session. We had this candle, pulled back, found support multiple times, pushed up. Now we're at the 200 day on the 1 hour. So this is going to be a key level. If price breaks below this, I do not want to be in a buy. You do not want to be in a long position if this price breaks this level. I do expect it to tap this daily level. So we are looking for it to continue to push upward. No entries really at the moment, guys. We're close to target. So no entries on this one on UCAD. We did GU already. Let's go over to Euro USD. Oh, so this thing is shaping up really well at the moment. So let me clear some of this up. We were in a trade on this earlier this week, but we're out now. So let's look for our next potential trade on this one. Let's move up to the monthly time frame. So we'll start all the way up here. So monthly time frame, guys, we're rejecting this weekly level. So I'm just going to bring down this. So we're rejecting this weekly level. A lot of sellers are at this level, sellers or buyers. Since we're below it still, I'm looking for sells. As I come down to the weekly, as you can see, just consolidating a ton at this level. Last week did form a bearish and bullish engulfing candle, following this bearish candle. So, we are sticking above the moving averages for now, but I'm really just using this weekly resistance as my main confirmation. Down to the daily time frame is respecting this lower high. So we formed this lower high on the daily time frame right here. I'm just going to use a random line. And then we also have this top. So this top never broke. I drew this random line as well. I'm just going to move this down. Not that much. Like right here, I guess, same spot. So I'm not looking for buys until we get above this level. Until we get above this level, I'm only looking for sells, guys. Okay. So until we get above this level, until we get down to this area, see how this area buyers stepped in, maybe we'll look for buys down here, but as we're up here, we're looking for sells. Let's break this down to the 1 hour. So daily time frame, we had this bearish engulfing. So again, looking for sells at these levels, bearish engulfing. Now we're falling below this weekly, pulling back. So I'm gonna look for another sell. On this one, I could either look, I had drawn this out. I'm going to delete that. So on this 1 hour time frame, as we can see, we transitioned. We were in an uptrend. We transitioned into a downtrend. So I'm just going to break this down a little bit more. We had all the way over here. We're forming higher highs and higher lows. We'll play this forward. So in the back of my mind, I'm saying until this level breaks, no sell opportunities yet. We're all the way up at this high point up here, boom. All of a sudden, we reject that weekly level, push down. Now I'm telling myself I'm not looking for sells until this 200 day is broken. So let's watch. This is that level that needs to break right here. We're just dancing around this level. And then all of a sudden we break. So now I'm looking for sells. First sell opportunity, whatever bearish engulfing we get off of this line. First opportunity wouldn't be this little wick there, so I don't like to enter on that. Would be right here. This is our first opportunity. Starts to cross a little bit too. Then we come back up, which is okay. We would have had our stops above this level, and then better entry would have been right there, obviously. Then we pushed down into some profits. So that's good. And now we're looking for the next leg of this trend. So this thing could pull back. As you could see, we had this resistance here, but this level really doesn't give me much confirmation. I want this to be hit again, this weekly level. I love to trade off of the weekly level. This is confirmation. Then we have the 200-day up here too. So then I believe this thing pulled back all the way up. And this is where we're at right now, guys. So right now, we're still below the 200-day on the 30-minute. As you can see on the 1 hour, we hit this level and respected the fuck out of it. So that's pretty major. So as long as we stay below this, we're looking for sells on the 1 hour and 30-minute time frame. Again, that's that 200-day. So we're in the sell zone. We're in the sell area. I just need push through the moving averages, retest. We need some more price action to speed up here. Very similar to this, if it pushes, pulls back, retests, that would be nice. So that's what we're looking for right now. A little push, pull back, then get in on the next leg of this move, put our stops above here. So that's EU shaping up to look pretty good. Let's go over last to USEF. This thing has been in no man's land for a little while. Let's go up to the monthly. So monthly time frame had this bullish engulfing right here. Then we pulled back, rejected the fuck out of this level, pulled back, rejected this level again. So down to the weekly. Weekly has this huge bullish candle for this week. So I don't expect this thing to just evaporate out of thin air. If anything, I'm expecting this thing to push higher. So down to the daily time frame, all of my technicals here are bearish. We've got this trend line, we've got this daily resistance level right here. I'm really just playing off of this monthly level. That's why I'm looking for a buy, but we need all this technical analysis that shows bears to break first. So down to the 4 hour, again on this 4 hour time frame, I'm just going to delete this. 4 hour time frame is bearish as well. So 4 hours bearish, daily is bearish. I'm really just trying to play this weekly and monthly reversal off of this level right here. So for me to get into that, I need to push up above here. So this idea is red. This is kind of my last idea of the week, and it's low on my list. So I'm not looking to play this one out. So I went over NU, AU, UCAD, GU, EU, and USEF. That's all the major pairs that I'm going to go over. I'm going to pass this over to Nick. He's going to get into the last of the pairs. For you guys that want to get on the giveaway, post in the chat your Discord name for the giveaway. If you're not in the Discord chat, I'll post the link in here and make sure to join up. Here we go. All right, cool. So make sure you guys get in on the giveaway for this week. Just post your name in there. And that being said, let's pass it over to Nick, and he's going to get into all of his analysis.
The rest of these pairs here. But yeah, good analysis. Kind of went in there. Covered a good amount of stuff. So let's go ahead. Share up.
Guys, make sure you post your names in there for the giveaway.
All right, cool.
I see someone posted it, so good job.
All right, we're gonna start off on DXY. Kind of just an extension to Angela's analysis here. I know you covered this, but we'll dive into this a little bit. Just kind of going over the overall sentiment here on DXY. Still very bearish for the most part. We did have our transition here once we broke out of this ascending channel. Price action fell down towards our monthly zone and then gave us this bit of consolidation. So let's drop to that. Just kind of see where we're at. So here's that bit of consolidation down near this monthly. We did have a bit of a fake breakout here. We thought we were going real bearish. This was right after the election news. Things were not looking that good. Definitely a bearish dollar. But then it reversed after the speculation died down. Price action came back, pulled back into this range here, and then gave us a little bit of a transition through these MAs where we saw our first higher low, push higher towards the 200 EMA, and now we're looking like we're getting our second higher low. So we could be short-term bullish still on the dollar, looking to get up towards this, closer to this 4 hour break structure level, closer to 93.85. So definitely bullish on the dollar right now. We'll see how it reacts closer to the 200, but it definitely looks like we'll be getting a higher low on this lower time frame. This is probably more of a 1 hour level. So yeah, definitely looking bullish, looking pretty good. Looking like a bit of a flag too. So yeah, definitely bullish on the dollar. Let's move on to AU for a second. Again, Angelo covered this one as well, so this is going to be a light analysis. He
Yeah, I
covered the
accidentally,
short.
I accidentally covered a.
It's all right. I mean,
My
you
bad.
covered this short opportunity, which is pretty good. There was definitely some short
Yeah.
opportunities in here. We had some nice transitions, as Angelo covered, but we do have a longer term trade, so we'll get to that in a second. Let me just jump to the daily, just go over the trade, the trend here, the overall trend. So we were very bearish for a while. This huge spike is Corona. Then we had a huge correction. Price action comes all the way back up to test this weekly zone. I'm sorry, this monthly zone, and then finally breaks through this weekly lower high. So that changes the trend on the weekly from bearish to bullish. And then it pushes higher in an ascending channel, pulls back to test the broken structure twice, and then moves higher once again. So let's go ahead and drop down, get a closer look on that. All right, so here's that double bottom near the monthly before price actually went bullish. Again, this rally was also triggered by the election, so it helped move this this overall trend on the daily from bearish to bullish. It's perfect. Got a nice break, good consolidation, and it did present a short opportunity that Angelo covered on the 30-minute, but we are looking for long opportunities here on the 4 hour. So we really want to see price action fall a little bit more, closer down towards this daily level around 72, 0.72, which is one of the final targets for that short position Angelo covered, which lines up perfectly here. At that point, we would look for reversal signals after structure was formed. So then we'll be looking for that confirmed higher low, looking to then enter long once again. And then we'll target higher towards 0.734, and then our negative for levels and so on. So this could be a really nice trade, guys. I mean, we're definitely playing both sides here. You had a short, we're playing it into a support, looking to buy it at support, and play it into resistance and so on. So definitely looking good for AU. I like the way this is shaping up. Just need to see a little bit of a pullback with a couple confirmations, and then we're in a really great trade. And this trade that we have marked up right here is actually 3-1. So very, very good risk reward. A lot of potential for profit there. All right, let's move on to AJ. Looking very similar to AU, kind of at key resistance, but let's jump up to the daily for a second and then zoom out. We're going to get the overall sentiment in mind. We are very much bearish. If we just look left, huge ascending channel. We did get a break of this ascending channel right here, broke through this lower high on a weekly. So that was our weekly break of structure. Then we got this ascending triangle pattern into our monthly zone right here, ascending triangle. And then it had like a false breakout. So it went to break this monthly zone, didn't give us the higher low, and just kind of failed, and then just formed this descending channel. And then we did see a break here. So we're going to drop down, take a look at current price action, kind of see where we're at. Let me just reset the scale. Boom. All right, we're going to get rid of this for a second. All right, let's see. All right, cool. So we're at this monthly zone. We did get a break of this 4 hour and this little range right here. So price action transitioned at this monthly break, pushed higher. We thought we were going to get a lower high here, but instead it formed a higher low right at the MAs and then rallied, took off right to our monthly zone where we're now experiencing a bit of consolidation. It looks like we're going to be forming a rectangle. We have 2 highs and 2 lows already established, so it looks like a rectangle. Okay, so it could go either way here. Looking for break to the upside with a confirmed higher low to consider long opportunities. Pretty much what we want to see right there. And then, of course, you want to see a lower time frame transition back into this range to then consider shorts. If we saw a lower high below this monthly back in this range, that'd be perfect. And we could target lower towards this 4 hour and then reanalyze, potentially target towards lows back in this channel. All right, so that's AJ. I mean, this thing's looking pretty good. Kind of just got to wait on it. Let's go ahead and jump back into the daily for a second. Yeah, it's a bit overextended, so we really want to wait for. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. This needs to be adjusted. Okay. All right, cool. So it already hit 38.2, so we formed structure. So this thing could rally right off this zone. And then again, you want to look for some sort of break of this rectangle. So let's see this. If we get a higher low above this rectangle, you could then go long. All right, cool. So something like this, break above, quick retest, some sort of higher low, enter on that, or to the downside. Look for a lower high below this range. Pretty straightforward on AJ. Just got to wait on this one. There's really not much we can do at this point. Not going to be too early, not going to be too late. Just going to be patient. Wait for this break to play out. And we can check our targets on the daily for a second. If this does break to the upside, we're going to target towards prior highs, negative fib levels, and then higher depending on the confirmations we see. So we'll wait on that one. If this does reject right here, for us to target down towards the 4 hour and then potentially lower towards prior lows, some good targets. So definitely likely. All right, so that's AJ. Let's move on to UJ. 1 second though. Just want to grab a tissue. 1 second.
So I see everybody's posting their name in the chat for the giveaway. If you guys haven't done that yet, make sure you're entering in on the giveaway. So just post in the chat your Discord name, and you'll get entered in on that. I'll announce the winner tomorrow and post it in the Discord chat.
Okay. All right. So next we got UJ, guys. Let's just go to the daily to start. We're gonna get this overall trend in mind, which is still very much overall bearish. So if we just zoom out for the last pretty much 5 years, well, 4 years or so, this has been in a giant descending triangle, right? Key support 104.5, tons of lower highs leading up to that point. I know we cover this pretty much every session, but it's just so bearish. It's good to just refresh on that, just to jump around timeframes and see where, how UJ looks on this higher time frame. So very, very bearish, guys. And then more recently, we've had more bearishness. Like after Corona, price action kind of stabilized for a minute and then started dropping, breaking through key levels of support and so on. So let's drop down one more time frame to the 4 hour. Get a closer look at this. So here is that after this break of this weekly here, we had to drop down towards 104.5, another lower high on the daily, and then just tons and tons of lower highs and bouncing off 104.5. Okay, so this right here was from the election. We had this ascending triangle form. We finally got a break of this 4 hour zone right at 105, 105.1 basically. Pushed lower, rejected twice. Then some news came out and pushed price action all the way down to 103.2 and then came back dramatically. So as the dollar went bullish again after the election, speculation died down, normal trends resumed, and this thing kind of just pulled right back through this descending triangle, right back above 104.5, above this 4 hour structure. So we're going to drop down another time frame to the 1 hour and look at this little pennant forming and see where price action is according to key support and resistance. So all right, so here we are. We fibbed from low to the high because this is a new push. We erased some lower highs, new fib, assuming that it's now bullish on the 1 hour and 4 hour actually. So we do find ourselves just above this 4 hour structure. We are getting a lot of higher lows, which is good. We got a pennant pattern, which is a continuation. And we did get a bit of a breakout, but it looks like it didn't have that much conviction. So we're expecting a higher low just below these MAs and then a push, but it actually dropped a little bit lower, which is fine because it's still above this 4 hour. So let's just redraw here. As long as it remains above this 4 hour zone, we're pretty much bullish. And we're literally looking for something like this, some sort of, bullish engulfing, bullish variation, just some sort of, bullish candle setup that we want to go long on from here would be pretty good. MA cross, bullish engulfing, morning star, something like that. You could take a long into this resistance level closer to 106 and then, potentially higher depending on how it reacts at these zones. So this could be a really nice trade. Let me just mark up what it would look like. Let's say we got the entry right here. Maybe be about 50 pips. It'd be about just about 2 to 1. Slightly. It'd be very close. So let's see, 106 there. Yeah, just over 2 to 1. Very, very close. But that's a good trade opportunity. For us to consider shorts, let's go to the 4 hour for a second. For us to consider shorts, we need to see a break of this 4 hour zone again. So something like this. A break of this 4 hour zone and then a break back into this descending triangle. Let's take a look at what this is going to look like. Just redraw that. Okay, so break lower, some sort of lower high. Let's extend this in this 4 hour level as well. All right, cool. So yeah, this is pretty much what we need to see for us to consider shorts. Some sort of transition here, some sort of lower high below this pattern, below this 4 hour, and then we could we can start taking some shorts into major support levels. Entry would be about there. Okay, especially after a break of this 200 EMA, that could be a really nice trade. And then let's jump up time frames and just go over our targets, see if this makes sense. If this goes bullish, is it likely that we'll find ourselves closer to the 106 handle? Yeah, it seems it. This is the next level of key resistance. If it reverses from here, could we see price action dropping towards this prior low, potentially down all the way towards 103? Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, especially with this volume. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one. Definitely some good movement on UJ coming. So yeah, keep an eye on UJ. And again, we'll post these in a premium analysis as they get closer to execution. So in that channel here, we'll be posting, 1 hour and less for the most part. So this would make it, any 30-minute setups that develop will make it as well. So keep a lookout in those channels or in that channel. All right, let's move on to EJ, and then we got gold, guys. Daily time frame to start. Overall, we were very bearish if we look left, right? Huge ascending channel. No disputing that. Definitely bearish. We did get a transition here once these weekly lower highs were broken. That's our weekly transition. Got a nice higher low here, and then we saw a rally confirming that transition, right? So price action rallied into our monthly zone, where we got a bit of kind of like a slow reversal. So we got these 3 peaks here, then a lower high, and then price action dropped, and then formed this pretty much giant descending channel here. So overall, we're very bullish on the daily, but it looks like we do have a pretty strong bearish channel here. So let's drop down and see what we could find as far as trade scenarios go. All right, so still overall pretty bearish. We did have a daily transition right here, daily break of structure. Once these higher lows were broken, price action moved lower, established the bottom of this channel, came back up, tested the daily twice as resistance, pushed lower, found a new low down around 121.75, comes back up to test the daily again with more volume this time. Again, election related, so just shot up, started consolidating, giving us this descending triangle between this upper trend line and daily resistance. So let's drop down to the 1 hour and kind of consider what needs to happen for us to go either long or short. Okay, but we do know that the trend is definitely bearish as long as it's, like right here, this channel, this bearish channel, definitely bearish. So we're going to favor shorts first. Let's just go ahead and mark up these 2 scenarios. Let's clear this up. We'll redo it. Boom. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so we have this ascending triangle right at our daily zone. So from here, it's going to either I pulled back. We formed a structure to 61.8. It actually did hit it pretty well, and then push back through this triangle. So this would be really nice to see. You could take an aggressive entry off some sort of bullish setup right where it is now. You could, if you want, like if you're living dangerously, you could take a nice bullish engulfing warning star, something off this pattern here. But ideally, guys, because we are at key resistance at this daily break, we've seen rejection so many times, I'm going to suggest taking the conservative route and waiting for a higher low above the daily, in which case your entry would be right there. You could actually get a pretty damn good trade just like this. Let's just target towards the -27, already 80 some odd pips. Stop loss would be just outside that, and we're well over 2 to 1 risk reward already. So definitely a really nice trade to be had if this plays out well. So keep an eye on that one. However, short positions, what needs to happen? Lower high, back below into this this bearish channel here. So this one's pretty straightforward. Stop loss would be, entry would be somewhere around there. Okay. Then we could even zoom out to double check our targets. So 4 hour, here we are. If this goes bearish, could we find ourselves closer to this 4 hour level and then potentially towards these lows? 100%, definitely likely. Good movement here, especially on the downside. We've been reaching some new lows consistently, so this is definitely likely. However, if this does break out, we get a transition of this daily zone. We're definitely going to look to fill this upper range and target towards our monthly resistance. So yeah, this could be a really, really nice trade. Well over 3-1, the original risk reward that we just talked about, closer to 5-1 now. So yeah, massive trade on EJ. I mean, when this thing goes, guys, it goes. It just runs. So we'll keep an eye on this one. I think this would be a great trade if this long opportunity played out. Looking forward to that. But all right, so let's roll over to gold here. Last one for us. Daily time frame. Here we go. Gold is bullish. Big surprise. Very, very bullish overall. We did get a recent break of 1800. Quick rally to 2070. And then after that, that was all inspired by Corona. And then this thing kind of stabilized for a while, started going sideways, gave us a giant descending triangle, and then gave us a daily transition after 1930 was broken. So with that said, let's drop down to the 4 hour, get a closer look at current price action. It's an allergy day. Damn.
Dude, every day's an allergy day for you.
My Lord. I don't know. I've been good for the last week. Today has just got me. I don't know what it is. An atmospheric pressure change. Anyway. Whew. All right. So here's that rally to 2070. Here's that giant descending triangle, right? Key support 1930. Tons of lower highs leading up to that point. Recently got the break of 1930, and then it just consolidated. Just went sideways for a while. We got a false breakout. Nice little reversal pattern, ascending wedge. And then election news, boom, huge drop. Oh no, I'm sorry. This rise was the election news. Then this speculation died off. The dollar came back a little bit. That's what this drop off is. Just pretty much stabilization. The market just kind of bouncing back for a minute. All right, so that happened. Gold tanked and blew right through the bottom of this range at 1875, where we are now looking like a lower high is forming. So let's drop down on that. Let's get a little lower. 1 hour time frame. Here we go. Here is the drop, right? Break of this 1875 handle. Nice little, it's kind of like a weird symmetrical triangle pattern. I don't like how it kind of pulled back and then formed it. It's just like a weird pattern. But anyway, something to be aware of. It did form pretty much a lower high right at this level. And now this is just the weakest bearish trend. So this is pretty much like a mini flag, it looks like. But it doesn't have much weight to it, so don't mind that. We're just highlighting it for the sake of analysis. And from here, I'll show you what we need to see. There we go. All right, cool. So we got like a mini flag. Not too significant, so we're not going to weigh it that much in our analysis, but we already know what we're looking for. We want to see some sort of push lower, and we want to see kind of price action start to angle down. Like we want to start seeing some lower highs. I want to see failed bullish pressure. So this right here, we could even mark this off as a minor level right in here. Boom. Perfect. Nice little break of this lower high below this level, 1867. Nothing, it's a small level. It's fine to enter on a lower high just below that. So that'd be a nice little entry, nice little level to, confirm some movement on. That would be a nice short, right? Well over 2-1 already. Targeting down towards our weekly at 1825. Stop loss above 1875. All right, so that's a nice little short on gold. However, if it does go bullish, we're looking for a higher low back in this range. Enter on a higher low above 1875. And then this would be a really nice long opportunity. Boom, that'd be your entry, something like that. And we would then target towards 1930, our daily break of structure. Let's double check targets on the 4 hour. Here we go. So currently forming a lower high. If we saw another bearish leg, definitely can find ourselves at this weekly. That makes sense. If we see a break back into the range, price action to weeklies to reach this daily break of structure is very likely as well. So looking pretty good on gold, guys. Looking pretty decent. All right, so that's all we've prepared for you guys today. Quick recap on the ones I just covered: DXY, AU, AJ, UJ, EJ, and gold. All right, guys, all these will be posted in premium analysis as they get closer to 1 hour setup. So keep an eye on that. And this is the last live trading session of the week. So, any questions you guys have, definitely ask. Reach out to us on Discord. And then, yeah, take the time to enjoy the rest of the week. Take it slow on Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you think,
Oh yeah.
Angelo?
Yeah, so last session of the week, like Nick said, will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards. If you guys want to watch another webinar where we go more in depth on market structure, then I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Make sure you guys drop your Discord name so you get in on the giveaway. If you want to watch another webinar that we have, just go to this link in the chat and you guys can watch this right here. It's the one that we went over last week. So this you could definitely take in for the rest of today. Tomorrow I will announce the giveaway winner, and we'll be back for the next session on Sunday. But let's finish the week strong. Like Nick said, we'll be posting in the premium analysis in here any trades that we see up, and we'll play out all the analysis. So everything we went over will be posted in here. We'll give you guys updates in Telegram, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys again on the next session.
Hell yeah. Take care, guys.
Peace out,
Peace.
everybody.